This next technique that we're going to cover is a Kimura, and we're going to cover it, it's kind of a long distance Kimura, if you will. A lot of times the Kimura becomes a low percentage technique because there's so much space that has to be covered and there's a lot of room for error in it. We're going to try to cut out some of that space and make it roll a little bit easier. So we're in the guard, and our opponent has his posture up, he's hard to attack. Now the standard Kimura is either to scoop the arms off or to just come up straight from here. The most basic way it's taught is to scoop the arms off, open your guard, sit up, taking your armpit to his shoulder, locking it in, and sitting back at an angle, taking the Kimura. Which is fine, and a lot of times you'll catch it on guys that are sleeping, and there's a couple other setups, but this is very hard to do without him seeing what you are doing. So we're going to try to come up with a little sneakier way to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to come from here, and anytime we get our opponent's hand on our hips or on the mat or whatever, we're going to take this leg, and we're going to throw our knee against the back of his elbow, and I'm trying to touch my head with my knee. So when I'm here, I open my guard just like the normal setup, and I go up, trying to touch here. Now I go over. Now I'm already at the angle I need for the Kimura. Okay? So in a more realistic speed, I'm going to do the old version of the Kimura, the original version, and then this new one. And the original is to go here, full speed. And in this version, we're going to go here. You see how there's a lot less room for error. I'm not traveling nearly as much. I'm not giving nearly as much away. And even if he's got his hands on my chest and I'm playing here, this is an everyday position both in submission grappling and MMA. Anytime his hands come down, bam, I'm already in a position to start reaching under. Notice my leg is also already in a position to hold his hips. I don't want to just go here. If I do, he's going to do a front somersault. He's going to be out. Now I've lost my Kimura. We don't want that. We're here. His hands are down on our hips or on the floor, wherever. We're going to take one knee and throw it toward our own forehead after we open our guard. So we're here, boom, all the way up, reaching over and under. And I'm still just grabbing a standard Kimura grip right here. Now, this is already here. Just take the Kimura. From a different angle, we're here. He's got his hands on my hips trying to control me from being able to sit up, from me being able to shrimp out. Again, what I want to do is, I like to play behind the elbows if he's going to be here, because when he starts digging into your thigh, this is an easy way to pull his arms off. Personal preference, but it also sets this up nicely. From here, this knee comes toward my forehead, and I turn at an angle. Here. Now, see how that just bent his arm at the exact position I want it for a Kimura? This hand, under. All one motion. We're here. That's your Kimura, kind of a long distance Kimura, but it's another way to set it up, which is a little more practical for MMA. Train it carefully, but it's definitely one that you should throw into your toolbox.